So, good morning, everyone. Let us start today. Today, I thought we can focus on, again, with the help of Mothers and Sure Windows words, we try to open our mind to the higher knowledge, the higher light, just as they describe. And for that, we place our attention and at the top of our head. So, Sure Aurobindo and Mother have talked about placing our attention here, a little above head. If I don't know if I'm visible, I think I am. A little over the top of the head, and just I'll read a few words of the Mother, which will act as a guiding support for what we have to do, and then we'll just focus on the top of our head to be open to higher light and knowledge. So Mother says, yeah, if if you want to contact the intuition, you must keep this. And here she talks about the forehead. So this has to be completely immobile, absolutely still. If you want to contact the intuition, you must keep the forehead completely immobile. Active thought must be stopped as far as possible, and the entire mental faculty must form at the top of the head and a little further above, if possible, a kind of mirror, very quiet, very still, turned upwards, in silent, very concentrated attention. And if you succeed, you can, perhaps not immediately, but you can have the perception of the drops of light falling upon the mirror from a still unknown region and expressing themselves as a conscious thought which has no connection with all the rest of your thought, since you have been able to keep it silent. And that is the real beginning of intellectual intuition. So, just like we have solar panels, if we have seen solar panels, almost like that, as if on the top of the head, and as Mother says, a little above, on the top and a little above, we just imagine that we have become a solar panel, mirror turned upward to receive, open, porous, receptive, and just absolutely still. And our attention may wander here and there, but that's okay. We just bring it back and become the solar panel again. And those of us who have joined later, just concentrating on the top of our head and a little above the top of the head, as if there is a mirror turned upwards, absolutely still. No movement in thought, No movement in feeling, just absolutely still. And bringing our attention again and again to the top of the head. With an open, receptive mirror turned upwards. If the attention again goes here and there, we just bring our attention back to the top of the head as if we have become a solar panel or a mirror turned upwards, absolutely still, open, receptive, bringing attention again to the top of the head and a little above the top of the head. Keeping oneself absolutely still, physically, mentally, vitally. On the top of the head, a mirror turned upwards. If we slip again, bringing attention back to the top of our head, opening up the mind to higher light. opening up the mind to the Maheshwari action. And just while we are concentrating, read Sri Aurobindo's words on the action of Maheshwari aspect of the mother. When we focus our attention on the top of the head, we are becoming wide, vast, and this opens up the action of Maheshwari aspect of the mother. So, reading what Sri Aurobindo says about this aspect, Imperial Maheshwari is seated in the wideness above the thinking mind, and the will and sublimates and greatens them into wisdom and largeness, or floods with a splendor beyond them. For she is the mighty and wise one who opens us to the supramental infinities and the cosmic vastness, to the grandeur of the supreme light, to a treasure house of miraculous knowledge, to the measureless movement of the Mother's eternal forces. Tranquil is she, and wonderful, great and calm forever. Nothing can move her, because all wisdom is in her. Nothing is hidden from her that she chooses to know. She comprehends all things and all beings and their nature and what moves them, and the law of the world and its time, and how all was and is and must be. A strength is in her that meets everything and masters, and nothing and none can prevail in the end against her vast, intangible wisdom and high, tranquil power. Equal, patient, and unalterable in her will, she deals with men according to their natures, and with things and happenings according to their force and the truth that is in them. Partiality she has none, but she follows the decrees of the Supreme, and some she raises up, and some she casts down, or puts away from her into the darkness. To the wise she gives a greater and more luminous wisdom. Those that have vision she admits to her counsels. On the hostile she imposes the consequence of their hostility. The ignorant and foolish she leads according to their blindness. In each man she answers and handles the different elements of his nature according to their need and their urge and the return they call for, puts on them the required pressure, or leaves them to their cherished liberty to prosper in the ways of ignorance or to perish. For she is above all, bound by nothing, attached to nothing in the universe. Yet she has, yet has she more than any other the heart of the universal mother. For her compassion is endless and inexhaustible. All are to her eyes her children and portions of the One. Even the Asura, the Rakshasa, and the Pisacha, and those that are revolted and hostile. Even her rejections are only a postponement. Even her punishments are a grace. But her compassion does not blind her wisdom or turn her action from the course decreed. For the truth of things is her one concern, knowledge her center of power, and to build our soul and our nature into the divine truth, her mission and her labor. So just closing with a few lines dictated by the mother herself. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. We can continue our attention on the top of the head, just being very open, still, receptive. No need of any movement in the thought and feeling. On the top of the head, a mirror turned upwards, absolutely still, receptive and open to receive the higher light. just knowing that we have access to this opening all the time, whenever we want to place our attention here, we can open ourselves to higher guidance. What comes through the thoughts usually is a very limited perception. But if we want to be open to intuitive guidance, then it's with us all the time. If only we allow the action and become receptive. So if anyone wants to, okay, so yeah, Dhavalji, yes, why not? We have still some time. I just read your message. Yeah, if you want, you can do that.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear, but I'll try and let me know if you can hear.
Okay, okay.
Are you able to hear?
No, nothing. So are you sharing it through your phone or like on the laptop? I'm not sure.
I am sharing through my phone.
Okay, but the voice is not coming.
The voice is not coming. Okay.
No.
Oh, I think I'll have to get my laptop. Or
Okay.
it, yeah,
Is it
just a
a
moment. Bear with me.
okay? Okay. Yes. Why not? Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing it now. 1 minute.
Okay.
Uh, One minute. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear. Yes.
Imperial Maheshwari is seated in the wideness above the thinking mind and will, and sublimates and greatens them into wisdom and largeness, or floods with a splendor beyond them. For she is the mighty and wise one who opens us to the supramental infinities and the cosmic vastness, to the grandeur of the supreme light, to a treasure house of miraculous knowledge, to the measureless movement of the mother's eternal forces. Tranquil is she and wonderful, great and calm forever. Nothing can move her because all wisdom is in her. Nothing is hidden from her that she chooses to know. She comprehends all things and all beings and their nature and what moves them and the law of the world and its times and how all was and is and must be. A strength is in her that meets everything and masters, and none can prevail in the end against her vast, intangible wisdom and high, tranquil power. Equal, patient, and unalterable is her will. She deals with men according to their nature and with things and happenings according to their force and the truth that is in them. Partiality she has none, but she follows the decrees of the Supreme, and some she raises up, and some she casts down, or puts away from her into the darkness. To the wise she gives a greater and more luminous wisdom. Those that have vision, she admits to her counsel. On the hostile, she imposes the consequence of their hostility. The ignorant and foolish, she leads according to their blindness. In each man, she answers and handles the different elements of his nature according to their need and their urge, and the return they call for. Puts on them the required pressure, or leaves them to their cherished liberty to prosper in the ways of the ignorance or to perish. For she is above all bound by nothing, attached to nothing in the universe. Yet, has she more than any other the heart of the universal mother? For her compassion is endless and inexhaustible. All are to her eyes her children and portions of the one, even the Asura and Rakshasa and Pisacha. and those that are revolted and hostile. Even her rejections are only postponement. Even her punishments are a grace. But her compassion does not blind her wisdom or turn her action from the course decreed. For the truth of things is her one concern. Knowledge, her center of power, and to build our soul and our nature into the divine truth, her mission and her labor.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dhavalji. If possible, you can share it on the group also for all of us. I think it's on YouTube also.
It's on
So,
YouTube. I don't know. Uh,
yeah. So this was from Spotify? Or?
no,
Okay.
somebody gave me this.
Okay. So
The
if
entire.
you just forward, if you can forward this directly, then that's also okay. Otherwise, I know that it's on YouTube also. If this link is not shareable, then I can share that link
I
because this
don't
would be
mind
really
sharing.
helpful. Yeah,
I don't
please do.
mind sharing. The
Yeah.
only question I have is from my this thing. I'm using iPhone, and iPhone is not iPhone and laptop. This music, this app, no, is
Okay.
there's no share button. But
Ah,
I'll go.
yes, yes,
That is the
yeah,
problem. But what I can see is if I can go behind
yeah.
and find that source file and then upload it. Yeah.
It's okay. Don't take too much trouble because I think the same is also on YouTube.
Acha. Okay.
So that would be
Okay.
easy to share. Yeah, we can
Ah.
share that. But
Okay.
really,
Okay.
thank you so much for this. Yeah,
No problem. No problem.
yeah.
My pleasure. Huh? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for allowing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So yes, uh, thank you everyone, and uh, may we all remain open and receptive to the force, to the action of Mother, which is always present with us. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Monica. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Bye. Bye.